everybody, welcome to our newsletter tip for the month of February. I'm so excited to have with us today Greg Voros, guitar tech to the stars.
Thank you. Steve Kern.
Greg heads up the repair department here at legendary Gruhn Guitars here in Nashville, and I wanted to give you, for this month's tip, we wanted to go through just 6 quick things when you're buying a new instrument or buying a new instrument to you, perhaps, things you should look for when purchasing a new instrument.
Right.
These are 6 tips that Greg has come up with. Tip number 1, do your homework. Research.
Absolutely. Do all your research. I mean, you can do all your research at home these days and get a really good idea of what you want before you even hit a music store.
Yep.
I think it's a really good idea.
Learn the features of the instrument that you're looking at. Do your homework on it. Figure out how much it's going for. Figure out how much the guy at the store down the road is selling it for.
Sure.
How much online it's going for, so that you're not pressured in that heat of the battle moment
Right.
with that salesman. You don't know your stuff. Know the features that you want. Know the style, the type of instrument that you're looking for. Do your homework before you go in there.
Absolutely.
Tip number 2, make sure that the neck truss rod is in working condition.
Being sure that all components, every component on your instrument is functional is key, but the truss rod is the most important one, because if you're buying an instrument that is not brand new, it's not going to have a warranty with it, and not having a functional truss rod might be something that might come and get you, not 2 weeks down the road, but maybe 2 years down the road when you need to make that neck adjustment when it's completely out of whack and it doesn't function. That's a big deal. That's one of the most expensive repair jobs out there.
Yeah, it's easy to check too.
That's right.
Tip number 3, make sure that every note on the instrument plays. So take it. What I mean by that is, as you're learning the instrument or working with the instrument before you buy it, go through. Just go on every fret, all the way up here, even into the cheap seats, way up here.
That's right.
Make sure every note is clear and is not buzzing on you.
That's right. What that tells you is that the fretwork is nice and true, and that every note is the attention was there to make sure that the fretwork is solid and the foundation is there for a great setup. I've heard so often people say, "Oh, you don't worry about those notes. Those notes, especially in a flat top instrument, don't get played." I completely disagree. Every single note on that instrument should play, and it's the principle. It's the principle of it.
It's not about whether you're actually playing these notes. It's about whether the instrument is properly aligned with itself.
What's a functional instrument?
Tip number 4, if you're buying an electric guitar like the Les Paul Greg's got, make sure that all the electronics work. Take a minute to check every electronic on that instrument. You should check the switches.
Make sure the switches work. Make sure you know exactly what the switches do. Make sure the pots aren't scratchy. Make sure they're nice and smooth coming back to the switch. Some instruments, some Gretsches, certain model Gretsches, they have knobs and switches all over the place. Know what each one of those switch does. Know the function of it. Some of those have tone switches, and know exactly what pickup they have to do with, and know make sure that they all work.
Check every tuning key.
That's right.
Check every position of the switch. Check every pickup.
That's right.
Check every tone knob. Check every volume knob. Check the jack.
That's right.
So that you don't get home after you bought your brand new guitar and you just mortgaged your house to get this new guitar,
Right.
and you get it home and you realize, oh my goodness, this thing doesn't work.
Right.
By the time you've got it home, it's too late. Check all those things. Sit there with the guy and run it through all of its paces.
Sure.
Okay, that's tip number 4. Tip number 5, have your instrument set up at the store when you're buying it.
Absolutely. There's just no excuse for buying an instrument new or used, whatever it may be. Every single instrument that's purchased from a reputable, credible store should have a new set of strings put on, or a relatively new set of strings on it, and it should be set up as best as it can possibly play, period.
Yep. That is just part of the purchase process or
right.
things that you have to go through. Don't be afraid to ask for that. If you're getting ready to drop several $100s, several $1,000s on an instrument, have that guitar store set that instrument up.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll add that on to you for $60. No. That should come standard.
That's right.
You should not have to pay a dime for that. Have the store set that instrument up for you.
Guitars come through my repair department upstairs every single day. Every instrument that sells, whether it be a customer that's waiting on the sales floor or whether it be a person that's having it shipped, whatever it might be, that instrument is going to get looked over, make sure that it has a fresh set of strings on it, and it plays and it functions and it's set up great, period.
Yeah. That is a common thing that should have it done. Wait there to have it done before you walk out there. Bring it back sometime and we'll... No, no, no. Have it done before you leave the store with it.
Absolutely.
All right, last one. Guitars are different from cars in this sense, so don't necessarily not consider instruments that have been pre-loved or used instruments, vintage instruments, something like that. It doesn't always have to be a brand new instrument that is going to be the best one. It doesn't work that way with guitars.
No, there's definitely some pros and cons to buying brand new instruments. One of the pros is you get a warranty.
Get a full warranty on a new instrument.
Which is dynamite, which is a beautiful thing. But at the same time, buying an instrument that's pre-loved already it has taken its bumps and bruises and it depreciated, and that's what you're going to pay for that instrument. The other thing with an acoustic instrument, acoustic flat top instrument that's been played, that top has been driven, that soundboard has been driven, it's going to be a better sounding guitar than if it hadn't, than if it would be brand spanking new. So an instrument that's been played in the acoustic world sounds better, period.
Yeah. If you have an instrument, especially from Gibson or one of these well-known guitar makers, that's one of these legacy guitar makers like Gibson, Epiphone, something like that, they are going to last. That's going to hold its value. A Gibson acoustic is going to generally hold its value, if not increase in value, as the years go by. Don't think short-term when you're buying. Don't think I'm going to buy this and I'm going to have it for the next 2 years. No, think of this as something that your kids are going to be playing someday, and
Sure.
your grandkids are going to be playing someday.
Absolutely.
All right, there are 6 quick tips for you for what to do when you're purchasing an instrument, some things to keep in mind. Thank you, Greg, so much for being part of this.
Absolutely. Thank
Glad
you,
to have
Steve.
you here, and have a great month.
Take care.